and became widely known for his strategic use of intelligence and technology to uphold the rule of law. He was instrumental in restructuring India's internal and external security framework as part of the National Security Council Secretariat. During his tenure as Joint Commissioner of Crime in Mumbai, he spearheaded the crackdown on the underworld, neutralizing activities of some of the most notorious criminals networks and strengthening crime fighting infrastructure through innovative laws like NCOCA. Beyond this, Sivanandhan sir is a pioneer in community initiatives, setting up training centers, welfare infrastructures for police personnel, and online platforms to foster better community safety. In his second innings, he founded the Mumbai Roti Bank, a non-profit organization that has served over 20.50 million free meals to the underprivileged. Sivanandhan sir is also an accomplished author. Amongst his notable literary contributions are Brahmastra Unleashed and Chanakya's 7 Secrets of Leadership, books that reflect his deep wisdom, strategic thinking, and commitment to empowering others. Words may fall short when it comes to introducing a personality as distinguished as Sivanandhan sir. I can go on and on, but no introduction words could truly do justice to his remarkable achievements and towering contribution to society. It's an absolute honor and privilege to welcome him amongst us today. We welcome you, sir. May I request Mani sir to please come forward and participate our esteemed guest, Shri Sivanandhan, with a token of love as a deep respect and gratitude.
Wow.
I said a huge round of applause. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Today we are fortunate to hear from him on the topic that is most critical in our digital world, cyber security. Let us all put our hands together once again and give a huge round of applause to Sivanandhan sir as we want to welcome him on the stage to commence the question.
Mani Mahalan, as the full name goes, as Madam Mrs. Mani Mahalan and Mr. Sanjay, and all other friends here, extremely grateful for finding time on a busy day like this to listen to a current analysis as this student sample time. I actually forced myself on Mr. Mani. He was not willing to invite me at all. I said, invite me, I want to have a free meal and I want to have a lecture and things like that. So I only invited myself, so thanks to you all for having asked me to come here. Basically, my idea of going to all places and staying is, in spite of being the most intelligent human beings, people are losing money. And every quarter, I'm asking about EPS also, what is Q1, what is Q3, what is Q2, that is what we are living on. I'm also the independent director in 10 different companies at a given time. And I also, earlier that Madam said, Dishita, as he said, I work in so many organizations besides the police. Police usually ask me, 6 years I was the intelligence bureau. You know what happened in Pahalgam? Squadly intelligence bureau failure. Then I worked in the CBI, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Goa, Maharashtra, as a joint director for 3 years. 6 years I was commissioner of the police. Nagpur, Thane, Mumbai. She said strategy, intelligence and all that, that is for one part. In Thane, when you of you coming from Thane, there is a Thane police school, which is 70,000 square feet. 3,000 children study. They get only first class and distinction, and that is meant for police school, half police, half others. That is free of cost. I will get free. That is not a want to build a team where somebody, if a bullet is fired and if the protectee is there, the policeman should be willingly go and take it on himself. Why he will do it? Why he will do it? Like Pahalgam, if the policemen were there, they would have been butchered. So why would you prepare them? How would you prepare them? That is what is all about this, what Ms. Dikshita read about me. Then I also worked in Naxal affected area, actually for 3 years. Then I worked with this crime branch, Mumbai crime branch, part of the order as they say. So 6 years, additional CP and joint CP. That is where we eliminated the entire mafia called Tau Kurdi, Chota Rajan. They are right, but then all others below them have been sent to where they belong to. So this is how the story goes. Now, the cyber crime. I had created the first cyber crime cell or cyber lab or whatever you call in the year 1998, 1999, saying that in the future all crimes will be committed only by use of cyber. Cyber war. What is happening between this Ukraine and Russia is completely a cyber war. A stage comedian like Zelensky for 3 days was not supposed to stand in front of the mighty army of Russia and Putin. But now 3 years war is going on. What is the secret? That is the cyber war. NATO is giving them all cyber. The Javelin drone given by Turkey as part of the NATO is making mincemeat of all the Russian tanks and the aircraft and others. For example, Hamas and Israel. How they could go and attack Israel, which is such a mighty country with the backing of US of course, is again because of cyber crime. Houthis are being bombed from there, and the Hamas leaders are blown up in Iran or Iraq or Tehran or wherever it is by Israel sitting 7,000 kilometers away. All are cyber. So we should worry about that. So I am asking a question. This cyber storm is blowing all around us. Are we ready to face? This one is not working, mask. Which button? It's not working. Can you help me? Can you go to the next one? Press that. It is time. I could explain this for an hour. But if you see on everything, whether it is Amazon or Airbnb, WhatsApp, Instagram, anything, whatever you see, it is all billions and billions. And what is the time taken for this record? 1 minute, 60 seconds. Why? 8 billion people are getting addicted to this. So now if you see, cyber crime is what? Any crime committed with the aid of any equipment which uses the internet or any other thing which is a mobile phone, a desktop or a massive control room, whatever it is, that would be called as a cyber crime. So here, all this, your BMW, your Mercedes car, all of them are driven. Tesla, what is this car without the driver? It is all cyber. So anybody with a car, Maruti 800, can come and drive a Mercedes or a Tesla and drive it into a ditch. If you are sitting in that, you will go to the ditch, even though you own a car worth 7 crores or 10 crores. Warren Buffett describes cybercrime as the #1 problem with the mankind, and it is bigger than the nuclear weapons invented by somebody. So, if you see any young man, all of you are tech people, I see all of them are slogging in front of the machines. So, maybe B.Tech or whatever qualifications you have, any youngster sitting in the apartment can shut down a government from his apartment. I will show you just now today, since Times of India, page number 18. If you see, somebody has done a cyber problem, and the Spain, Portugal, and France is completely in darkness. Nothing is working. No ATM, no bank, no aircraft, no nothing is working because it's a cyber attack. Has it happened to us? Yes. In October 2020, China had put the power in Mumbai. Once again, after 1 year, they did it in 2021. So now they can steal money without touching the crime scene. They can rob a bank of billions of dollars in minutes. In minutes it doesn't happen. Say for example, Bank of Bangladesh, that is the Reserve Bank of Bangladesh, they sat in that for 2 years without getting detected. Who sat there? Who are the criminals? Nobody knows. How many years before it happened? 7 years. It is being investigated even now. Who is investigating? FBI of USA is investigating. Not any cent of deduction has been done. Not a single dollar has been recovered. How much is gone? $1 billion. They sat in that, working from Mauritius, sitting in Dhaka computer, ordered a Federal Reserve of New York, America, to release $1 billion in Manila of Philippines. It happened, lo and behold, it happened. It was $83 million was received, and nobody knows who has taken it away. You know, quantum computer is the latest computer which is the biggest ever produced so far by any human being. They can buy them today with that money and attack us. And that is what they are doing. Now, even today, if the war between Pakistan and India, cyber crime is the biggest thing we should worry about. What Pakistan can do or China can do against us is the cyber attack, not going and killing Abhinandan, coming with a big mustache and crashing an aircraft and all. These are the past actually. So the other one is Cosmos back in Pune. In one day, again 6-7 years before, in one day, 16,000 sweeps, the criminals took 80 crores of rupees. 3 days, they didn't do anything. I don't know why they were sleeping. They didn't react, patch and all that they have to do, they didn't do. And then again after 3 days, by another few sweeps, they took 14 crores. What is gone is 94 crores of rupees and no detection on a single rupee has been recovered. Why am I telling? There is nobody who has gone to the crime scene. Nobody has collected money. Nobody can find fingerprints. During my time, when I joined the police in 1976, they always said any criminal coming anywhere will be leaving his fingerprint, footprint, saliva, traces will be there. But today, sitting in Siberia, he is robbing a bank in DKC, Mumbai. What is the evidence you are going to collect? Shut down power grids, nuclear plant. Power grids, I told you, just as of today, Spain, Portugal, and France is in darkness. Nothing is working there. And nuclear plant, the Iran-Iraq thing, the Americans sent non-virus called Stuxnet, S-T-U-X-N-E-T, and made the centrifugal pumps go fire. Then nothing happened to them, and they are not able to come up even today. Of course, they are negotiating and things like that. Assume the identity of millions of victims. Who are they? Us, you and me. All our Aadhaar card details have been hacked long before. How they will use, when they will use, what will they do? It is left to them. But all our information is available to them. Cyber murder, is it possible? Answer is yes. If you see a movie called CBI file or something like that, Mammootty is there, it's a Malayalam movie. They are talking about the heart thing for pumping the heart.
Pacemaker.
Pacemaker, if you have, then they find one remote like this. If you press, you jump like a butterfly and die. The whole movie has been shot. Same way, if you have an insulin pump attached to your body for anti-diabetic thing, somebody can download the entire insulin and you will die. But the postmortem will only say that it's a malfunctioning of a mechanical device in your body. Right? No other evidence will be there. How will you gather that? So that is how these cyber murders can, so many other things can be done, but I will charge you money for teaching. If you have a target, come and ask me. So here, rural people are likely to dominate India's internet people. So it is not that these only sophisticated college-going people are using that. There are much more percentage-wise. So in cyberspace, creativity has no limits, neither does carelessness or stupidity. It is a natural intelligence God has given against the stupidity which we have developed ourselves. I will give you more of examples of this. This is what today's Times of India, page number 18. See that Spain, Portugal, and France go dark for hours and hours. Nothing is working. If you read, power outage shuts down trains, subways, affects lights, knocks out ATMs, traffic lights, disrupts internet, phone networks, and forces closure of banks, schools, and suspension of Madrid open matches. All that. Imagine, it is a cyber attack. Down below they say no, it's not a cyber attack, but they have to say that. But then whatever it is a cyber attack. So here, I was very keen on showing that. Somehow you think all the victims in cyber are otherwise are people who are fools, who are not educated. 25% of people who lost money belong to IAS, IPS, IRS and that kind of a category
Argal. It is there. If you check on your Google search, it gives you name. So I'm not revealing any secret. I'm not denying her also. She is a CEO of a multinational company, and she was told about the FedEx scam that you got a parcel where there is a brown sugar, heroin, or whatever psychedelic drugs are there, and some passports are there, and whatever happened, it is a psyche. They know the psychology of the people. They frightened her with Narcotics Control Bureau, police, CBI, ED, and things like that. She got so frightened. For the next 2 months, mind it, next 2 months, without telling any colleagues or any police, she had paid 25 crores by selling gold, share, and all other things. That is a highly educated individual. Otherwise, how she has become the CEO or director of a particular company? That is the amount of fright we are subjugated to. See, one of the longest digital arrests. What is digital arrest? There is nothing called digital arrest. I have come here only to say that. I requested Mr. Mani to allow me ingress into this place to say, please believe me, there is nothing called digital arrest at all. But in Bombay, same news is that one old man who is a 70-year-old classical music maker, he was under digital arrest, hold your breath, 90 days. What is digital arrest? Put people behind because the camera and the video is alive, saying that Abhi idhar udhar mat jana. In a bathroom jana has to be laid down. So they are glued to that. There is a certain Director General of Police in Haryana in charge of jail. He was arrested digitally for 3 days. Can you believe it? He is putting everybody in the jail. He was digitally arrested. Now you ask me what is digital arrest? There is nothing called digital arrest at all. There is no mention about digital arrest at all anywhere in the law books. So fearful and isolated, 9-year-old professor, I hope he is intelligent, trapped for 80 days in the house, he was due for 47 lakh. Whereas this music maker, classical singer, who is a 70-year-plus man in Mumbai, Kolaba, lost 1.73 crores. So many others. Retired IFS officer, a forest service officer, loses 6.58 crore to cyber fraudster. This was today or yesterday's news. I saw that. I will pack it for you. So, look at this kind of victims. So, the renowned cyber lawyer, he is a cyber lawyer, that is the best part. Due of 93 lakhs in WhatsApp investment scam. This is investment. Come and invest, in 10 days it will become double, or 1 month it will become double. Who will ever be able to do that? We are not able to do. So here, again, these are actual DCPs working in cyber area, other areas, but this is a fake one, completely fake one. They come on the video call and they show you this, show you that, come in there, all the fright they create, but these are all fake ones, but the costs are actual. So here, Mumbai woman loses 53 lakh to task fraud. You do a task, a medical task, you get money and all that. Ponzi scheme as they call it. PON is the guy, Ponzi scam. So in task scam, fraudsters pose as representatives of reputable companies offering seemingly easy, remote, home work opportunities and take away money. Women can be susceptible to this. I know a lady who came to me, she lost 2 crores of rupees on this investment scam only. Immediately we went to the police and all that. After doing all that, 72 lakhs to be recovered. There was another lady, an EA, to one of those companies as a director. She lost 1.75 crores, but it came 1 month later. Nothing could be done about it. Only FIR could be registered. So the easy thing is, having lost money, go to the police, 1930, which I will show you later. So this is again tax of India 2 days before. So many thousand complaints are registered, but the convictions are 1 or 2 or 3. Mr. KK was going to ask me questions as to what is this, what is that, and all that. The capability to investigate is difficult. I'm telling you, FBI is investigating that FedEx scam. Not FedEx scam, Federal Reserve release of $83 million. If they can't crack it, I don't think we can crack it because the technical capability is not there. The other point is, with so much of money, those criminals are 3 steps ahead. In technology, in buying the equipment, they don't have the Auditor General breathing down their neck. So they are ahead of us. Whether they are boys from Jamtara or they are boys from a village called Nu, N-U-H These are all the crime hubs. They are way ahead, very intelligent, and they are psychologists. These are also the statistics given. So here, 2,000 cyber financial fraud cases in 4 years and just 2 convictions. RTI is Right to Information Act. Now, if you go to police station and if they just make you go up and down, climb all the trees in the neighborhood, if you don't get your money back, what is the great fun? You only have registered 1930. It works. But only if you immediately inform, it can work. But if you take delay and go, you know the Reserve Bank circular, you are all dealing with the Reserve Bank all the time. The circular says, if you inform immediately about that and if you have not cooperated by giving your OTP and all other secrets, then your money has to be restored by the bank where your account is. Here, shared investment fraud, losses in state spiral to 1,000 crores from 62 crores in a year. Where is 62 crores and where is 1,000 crores? That's why my title is Cyber Storm. It is like a storm which is blowing. All the details are given. I can give you a copy of that. Anybody can read. Fraud calls, card scams, and net banking symbols. So they top in the list. Calls, fraud calls, everybody. Actually, everybody in the hall has got it. Even I did. They say so many things. My wife gets it when we are sitting together, and all that. But then net banking, by taking OTP, not taking OTP, doing allowed to commit fraud, all that they are doing. This is the type of thing. You can see the diagram here, how things are going. So this is the same story. So I will skip that. Now these are the newspaper articles which I have summed up in the last 5 days. Odisha, ex-IT minister loses 1.4 crores. Somebody told me, sir, IT minister, IT minister can to horns are there or what? So he lost 1.4 crores. Mumbai woman loses 1.5 crores. Mumbai elderly woman loses 1.5 crores with digital arrest. Scammers forces SIT officers. 64-year-old Thane-based businessman picked up over 1 crore in stock market scam. Air Force sergeant loses 15 lakhs. Then 18 lakhs lost by techie in parcel scam. What is a parcel scam? I'm sure many of you have heard this call. Saying that there is a parcel which has come and it is in your name. Who has sent? We don't know. We can't tell you. But there is 5 passports which are fake. Then there is half kilo of brown sugar. NDPS में गया तो 10 साल है और then they tell you. So that is the parcel. FedEx scam or parcel scam. Then this is the Hyderabad Cyber Crime Police recovered 70 lakh loss. Mumbai Crime Branch says blah. This is all this. So here, 4 Bangalore teams have been booked for marking the photos of at least 7 girls. Marking means what? Disrobing and showing them naked. That is it. By shaming them, cyberbullying. I don't know whether you have all seen a movie called Adolescence. You must see in Netflix. The British Prime Minister has ordered that this movie should be shown in all the schools because it talks about all the school children having problems with the internet and cyberbullying. And in that movie, the boy is acting beautifully. I recommend all of you see this movie called Adolescence. He's a very handsome-looking boy, but the children they are ugly fellow. He believes he is ugly because they have run him down. And at last, the girl with whom he has no relationship whatsoever is called outside and she is stabbed to death. The boy is arrested for murder and then he confesses that. So this is all about that only. How in the school, even here in Mumbai BKC, one of the topmost schools, this cinema people's children are all going there. They were writing all sorts of vulgar things about each other, all in the chat, which came in the Mumbai Mirror newspaper as the first page printout. Cyber shaming, body shaming, your car, your home, all that. But then that leaves such a scar in the minds of the children. If anybody has access to small children, whether your own, others, family, they all have, all the children are going through this kind of a problem. So you have to see them. In Thane, 10 days before I read, one child, the home was taken away as a punishment for some time. The boy went and committed suicide. I'm telling you about the newspaper report. Technology opened doors to new worlds. Carelessness keys. Same OTP. I'll show you what doors will get open. So look at the statistics. India loses 1.107 crore to cyber fraud in the first 3 quarters of 2024. Then India projected to lose 20,000 crore in the year 2025. 2,90,800 cyber fraud incidents were reported. Unreported कितना है और भी ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. It means last 11,333 crores and counting more and more to cyber scams in the first 9 months of 2024, 25 and 2024. Over 12 lakh cyber complaints have been registered in 2024. So this is AI. Prayagraj mein Mahakumbh ho gaya. All these people were brought at the show like that. But they show like that. So then so much vulgar things can happen. I'm showing only the benign things which can happen. Okay, this is the AI technology, and what I am showing is the most benign thing. अच्छा है, भगवान और but what amount of damage it can happen? You got create one. Can you play this also? Or that one. Then go back. Press play.
Shot, please come out. Just standing by the way. Yeah. Interesting shirt you wore today. Is it one you wear all morning? Alright, we inserted you in the avatar selection. And then see where the red is going, we can choose different players. Yeah. So then we're going to pick Fort Tucker. Alright, you ready? Yeah. Alright, so go ahead and roll that.
So that man is replaced here.
That shirt.
How they play. I hope you have understood this. Next 6 goals, so don't see how long a great player I am. So this is another one. Come on, press this. Press this. Look at the future. Wow.
Your kids probably have one of these, right? Not quite. Hello, pilot bro? No. That still is all AI. It's flying itself. Its processor can react 100 times faster than a human. The stochastic motion is an anti-sniper feature. Just like any mobile device these days, it has cameras and sensors, and just like your phones and social media apps, it does facial recognition. Inside here is 3 grams of cheap explosive. This is how it works. Did you see that? That little magnet is enough to penetrate the skull and destroy the contents.
Okay, this is, it goes on, it says a truckload of those drones are brought. For example, here, it will bring all the glasses come here, identified, and if I am giving a body lecture, we say one, it will come and hit me here, I will die, all of you will be alive. But if it is generally thrown, all of you will die, wherever you go, passport to anywhere, it will penetrate and communicate, that is the story. It is actually produced and kept ready for usage. Here, this is the details of the spy drone, the drone which I showed you, how it works is shown here. This is what I told you. If you got the highest price car, somebody else with the cheapest car can come behind and drive it because yours is a computer-driven car. And somebody can hack it and drive. This happened 6-7 years before Czechoslovakia. Now the science and technology has improved multi-fold. So be careful before you buy a Maybach or things like that. You know, 5 crore, 10 crore, last week I told buy a Maruti, it's always better. So you are a victim of basically, अभी तक मैंने जितना दिखाया है, उसका basic analysis as a policeman is that they create fear. That ED, CBI, police, अंदर डाल देगा, 15 साल नहीं आएगा, you have done this crime, that crime, all that they do is creating fear. Out of that, you sit the digital arrest and pay 25 crores over 2 months. The next one is greed. You can double. Abhi gold is going at 10 grams, 1 lakh. So anybody can come and sell any copper or any aluminum things to you with a gold plated thing. So you are greedy. Nobody can double your money unless it takes 6 years or more. So greed. 1,000 examples can be given. And the next one is lust. Everybody indulges in something or the other on the internet. A 75-year-old IAS officer was caught and he was disrobed and they recorded and they started taking money. 35 lakhs he paid. And then he came, I took him to the crime lab and solved the problem. I asked why? He says, I felt lonely, I felt depressed. Many people suffer. Small children suffer from depression. Elderly people, lonely people, anybody can fall into it. Deepika Padukone was in depression, which she says in the ADTV, after such tremendous success. So that is lust. All of us do have this issue. And last is anger. They create anger and then get crimes committed. So these are all the 4 basic things. These are 2 videos. In order to save time, I'll jump and go. I'll jump and go. These are 11 common tricks used by scammers. Why have I come here? Is giving you basic awareness. Saying that it can happen to anybody. Such brilliant people have lost. It could be your turn. When it comes to that, you should be aware. So mine is only an awareness lecture. Try phone scam. It is earlier. Try the regulatory authority. Telephone regulatory authority. Earlier. Suspend services. If somebody says my mobile phone is suspended, I will say mobile will be out, suspend me, headache will be less. But people pay for it. I don't know why. Parcel standard customs. I mentioned earlier with NDPS. I don't know why I jumped. Okay. Digital arrest. I mentioned about that. That is making you sit in front of a phone and you are under arrest. The answer is my foot and disconnect. That is the only answer you have. One of the biggest bank chairman retired, saying in my society, came running the other day. Said, sir, they are running to arrest me, they are coming now and all that. I said, who, what? I said, disconnected and say, go to hell. He did it right in front of me and the matter got solved. Whenever I meet him now, he says, he saved me crores of rupees. I don't know how many crores I saved. He never disclosed that. But then, I am telling you the level of people who are V. Kumar, his son, from the people called me the other day. My dad is getting threatened and all that. I called V. Kumar and told him, say my foot and close that. Matter was solved. He was the first DG of NCB, Narcotics Control Bureau. He was the first Director General of DRI, Directorate of Revenue Intelligence. Such men are being threatened. Only answer is my digital arrest. Family member arrested. Don't panic at all. Arrested, no? American police is there. So we can always find out. Find a lawyer, find a person, find your husband, find your wife, whoever it is, and we will always. Another thing is boss sending a message to everybody. I'm stuck in London airport, send 1,000 pounds. People send. Just last week in my office, I sit in a third biggest law firm called DSK Legal. A little junior girl, the managing partner's email comes saying that she paid 1.5 lakhs rupees. New girl, she has come. I don't know, innocent name, whatever you call that, but 1.5 lakhs gone. Why? She has given the card and the OTP and the other numbers. So I took to the police station, registered a case. They said if you have cooperated, allow the secret numbers to be given, then the bank is not really going to give you any compensation. Poor girl lost. And what is the trick? The trick is email from the boss. I hope you all understand. When you get from Mani or Mr. Sanjay or anybody, ring up and ask, paisa chahiye, ye kyun chahiye? No, paisa to hai aapke paas. Ye puchna chahiye. Okay?
Don't basically just, don't do anything of that sort.
Yeah, that is hack. Nothing but hacking. All of you should understand. Whatever joke I said, what you understand, I don't know. When give a ring to the concern and ask the problem I guess I made. This is the only answer. So there is this thing called man in the middle, computer crime. Two companies, like your company and some other company, Paisa, Lena, sale and all that happens. Somebody in between, an Nigerian comes and takes control of the image and diverts the money paid from one place to other place. All that you have to do is to normally you are taking money in so-and-so country. Now you are asking other country why. It's now intelligence for that idea. In our country, you have thousands of crores like that. Now here, if anybody is related to law, I am giving you the legal provision also. This is the digital arrest. There is nothing called digital arrest in what the whole thing says. So digital detection, man waited with SC then link. What they show? They show as Supreme Court in action. And then they say there is a warrant against issued by the Supreme Court. Supreme Court doesn't issue any bloody warrant to anybody. But then the Supreme Court, Chandrachud and all that, and people get very frightened and they pay money. Verify caller's identity. Do not panic. Contact police directly. Never give out personal and financial information. Report suspicious calls to 1930. They work. Nothing else works in the government, but 1930 works. Get rich, quick, ready. Nothing like that ever happens. But then people believe, and that is where the greed comes. Easy tasks for big rewards. Again, this will come under the basket called greed. Credit card issued in your name. They are issuing credit cards every day to me. About 2,000-3,000 cards are pending with the banks in my name. But then don't fall into the trap. Mistaken money transfer. This is a very important thing. I'll take 1 minute. Someone sends 2,000 rupees to you. You all have that Google Pay. All of you have that, correct? Nari pani wala ko bhi 50 rupees dena you pay. And then they put 200. See any number. For example, 9820 1234. Ye number ko bhej dene 2,000 rupees. Then call and then say, by mistake, I put my father used to be admitted in the hospital. I needed 2,000 rupees reverted to my account. When you do, they have the allowed returns ready to get it in your bank account and empty it within minutes. It's a question of all allowed returns. So when you get a call like that, what you have to do is to come to the nearest police station. I'll give you 2,000 rupees. Never ever go by a plea. And then plea. Jaldi hai, urgent hai, koi mar raha hai, koi hospital hai, dawa lena hai. You say nothing doing. Do not ever use your phone to read that money. He has done it purposely, so you can always tell him personally or go to the nearest police station. That is mistaken money transfer. There is nothing called mistaken money. That is a crime. KYC expired. So who will die if KYC is expired and if you don't renew that? Who will? I get every day KYC karo, KYC karo. Kitna? Since 75 years I am doing KYC only to them. So अगर एक बार नहीं किया तो क्या होगा? But then they say that you can always ignore. Generous tax refund. अरे tax refund होता क्या? I never got a single rupee from any tax refund. But then they send you a link. On that link, when you press it, all your things will be lost. That is the tax refund होता नहीं है. Generous refund कहाँ से होता है? Not in this country. So there is a new cybercrime in market that is called COVID vaccine feedback call. They call you, ask you to click and create various things. And actually speaking, sky is the limit for imagination, innovation and invention. And that is what is happening in this area. Every day, new scams are being invented. Be careful. This is what I get in my mobile phone. Actually, I got. First of all, I should have played that lucky draw or I should have done something without anything, with full details they are telling, you come and claim you are a winner. What do? Greed. You fall greedy, go claim and lose all your money. And this is what I received it. Only thing is, so all this is all fact check karaenge. See, this is what the link I told you. That in between that green color thing, if you click that, you are lost. Your money is lost. That is the tax. Unpaid electricity bill. And this is the government document. Why I am showing this is, I am sure you will be getting a lot of government documents. एक स्टैम्प लगवाने के लिए 2 See how many stamps are there of various departments. Yes, sir, like Zealam, Ravi, Vyasa, Pani, only they have put the treaty on code to these stamps are there, 15 साल लगेगा. तो जब तक पानी बंद करेगा तब तक क्या होगा पता नहीं है. So that is, this is like this. So this is all fake. So when you get this, don't panic. These are all various e-challan scam and all. See, look at this. It's a notice. This Konkan Railways, all this MD and all that there, I attended the awareness lecture. Within 1 week, they got the same letter. They said, sir, you came and told us, look at this, what we are getting through email. So, I am showing you, इतना stamp लगाने के लिए सरकार में 2 साल लगेगा. So, don't ever believe. This is all fake, completely fake. So, these are the types of cyber crimes which you can go through anytime. Anybody can scam you through this. So, wishing and phishing and various other things are basically to save your time. These crimes are to take out your personal identity numbers. I will explain only one. Wishing is an attempt where fraudsters try to see personal information like the customer ID, net banking password, ATM pin, OTP, card expiry date, CVV, etc. through a phone call. That is phishing. If the same thing is done through an email or SMS, it will be phishing. Then the other thing, if it is via a phone or a video or a web or visiting fraudulent website, it is called smishing. So basically, doxing is sometimes written as doxing is the act of revealing personal information about somebody without their permission, violating their privacy. It is called doxing, where all it is punishable. I have given you all those things. Farming, you know FARMING, but this is other one. Cyber attack aiming to redirect one website's traffic to another bogus website. Basically similar looking website. Crypto jacking. One Bitcoin is worth $60,000-$70,000. You have to do mining and you have to do a lot of jugglery. If somebody jacks it away, it is called crypto jacking. Juice jacking is where you go and take a Wi-Fi or a charger in the airport or in the Harrods in London or wherever you go. That is hacked. So it is called juice jacking. Cyberbullying. I told you about the movie called Adolescence. It is worth it. Please invest your time and see. Because the children today in Mumbai, in Thane, in Navi Mumbai, they are undergoing traumatic experience because of the exposure to the internet. Please, for heaven's sake, go and see and understand what they are going through. This crypto jacking, cyberbullying is just calling them all sorts of names, you know, like stupid, ugly, kala, pila, red, whatever colors you have. Cyber stalking. Earlier, we all, when I was young, we used to go behind a girl, sing some song, get beaten up and all that. Today, you don't have to do. Girls are doing it behind the boys by singing songs and whistling and all that because it gives you the anonymity. So next to see a person can go. For example, in Mumbai, in Chennai, a boy working in one of those big companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro was harassed by a girl. Proposed to him, he said, I got better things to do than you. So she ordered the things, in Amazon, Flipkart, hundreds and hundreds of parcels came to his house every day. And he went to the police commissioner and gave it in writing that if this doesn't stop, I'm going to commit suicide. Done by whom? A girl who get rejected. This is a real story. So cyber stalking is this. This is cyber grooming. Something grooming. Why do you groom? Is when a person builds an online relationship with a young person or old person and tricks or pressurizes him or her into doing a sexual act. This is cyber grooming. It's happening in a big way. And to see the punishments. These are all basically 3 years to 7 years. This is actual news. Tanzania, a 13-year-old girl goes on a dating on a motorcycle first time, gets into sexual act, comes back, she examines herself, finds out the damage, goes to commit suicide successfully. Actual event. 13 years, that's why I'm telling you repeatedly, go and understand the children's plight today. What kind of pressure? This is that online dating issue. So here, one Delhi good man was arrested for scamming over 700 women on dating apps by pretending to be a United States model. So, sexting is sending a text related to sex while driving motorcycle, car, यहाँ डाल के motorcycle चलाते हैं ना, so they are very fast in doing all those kind of things. This is all punishable. You see what about the punishment? Con spoofing is imitating the voice of your mother, father, brother, sister, teacher, whoever it is, and drawing you to a problem. And spamming is dumping dirt in truckloads into your systems, is spamming. And then camera hacking, when you are working at home, particularly during the COVID time, at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, when you are wearing less and less clothes, they can open your camera in your laptop and record all your movements. It can happen to women basically. So picture morphing, any monkey can become a donkey. You can see one monkey is becoming a donkey there. So like that. This is again a crime. You can see all these crimes you can punish here. See, this can go on and on and on. But this is Bhojpuri. And who is singing? Hillary Clinton. They contested the election against each other and she lost, he won controversially. All that apart. Then again cyber hacking took place. Russian Putin had made all those things to make him win. It is a matter of concern. And that is the first election I am talking about. So, this is possible, anything else is possible. I am only showing you the most benign things. SMS spoofing is also possible. They can be taken on a wrong direction, wrong crimes can happen. Social trolling. There is a book called I Am a Troll by a lady called Swati Trivedi. You must read. When she came from USA, worked in one of this party trolling machine, 300-400 people, and then she writes about how it is misused. Anybody called anything, they speak most vulgarly because it is all anonymous. They can't trace you. So you call yourself something, whatever name I showed you today, even in this menu card, what all names they have given. So one such name you see in the menu card, call yourself that and write any nonsense against anybody. So that is social trolling. In our country, what all you get in WhatsApp is all that only trash, completely trash. All messages you are getting, 100% it is all trash. Don't ever forward. So these online games, basically girls, boys, people, they are all having depression, lonely, they suffer that. But then there is a thing called the blue wave. They used to have one small tattoo. The boys and girls used to go and commit suicide or kill somebody by the end of the game. Even in Netflix, there is a movie on this. It is called some cyber grooming or something like that. Cyber something. A fantastic movie where a boy is asked to buy a knife in Delhi Bazaar, hire a Uber, and by the end of the game, he's given this task. He does. Then when he's traveling in the taxi, the voice behind says, "Now stab this driver 32 times." He stabs. That is the story which goes. So these are all the punishments for that. But then you have to have a mindset for getting in. Dating websites. I told you these are all facilitators for the 13-year-old girl to go and get raped and kill herself. So deep fake, Mona Bai, so this is what is also deep fake. Anything can be fake. Voice, picture. I showed you their voice. The Donald Trump's voice is completely matching to Bhojpuri thing. His lip syncing, if you see, is completely matching to the Bhojpuri words. So this is all matching completely. Cyber defamation, जो नहीं है, वो बताते हैं that is defamation. So here, defamation we all our loose talk daily we do in the office gossip as they call. It's all defamatory only. You can file a defamatory entry case against them. But if you do it in the cyberspace, this is the action you can take. 3 years punishment to 2 lakhs fine. What is the solution? The only solution is, Mr. KK was going to ask me, how are we going to save? You cannot save because the computers can't be hacked, but human beings can be hacked. All this information is basically given by somebody. So in the online business of personal, whether you are buying an Ariel Pani, paying a taxi man or anywhere, you have to pass, think and act. I would show like a traffic light, there is that red, amber and green. So that way, if you do that, it is a video, I will jump that, I will jump and go to the main thing. This everyone should know. If you can circulate, Mr. Mani, I will request you to take out these slides and circulate to all of them. This is the Mumbai helpline number 99208-10007. Nationally 1930. I am repeating it again and again. This thing that works well. Please resort to that. Any crime, immediately report and they will take cognizance. How do you report a cyber fraud? Mumbai, we go to police station after police station. They make you go either, and you get fed up and you don't register a case. Sitting at home, sitting in your office, go to this. Click a picture and circulate. Can anybody click one mobile picture and circulate to people? So that if you do, then you don't have to go to police station at all. Click this first and then circulate to your network if you have. And then this is the most helpful thing. Because going to police station getting the key is not a pleasure. So here, click sir, Sanjay. So this is how you report a cyber fraud. So easy, just a few clicks away. Now again, third one, this is much easier. So you can do this. Report on other cyber crimes, menu, file a complaint, write what is your complaint, and click, you get acknowledgement. Whatever work they do. For example, if you get a cyber call, criminal call, they don't act on that. There's only an attempt, you are not lost. Only they take the number for whatever action. But if you have actually lost, they do action immediately. So basic tips for cyber safety is have a password which is minimum 10, maximum 15 digits. If you can make it as difficult as possible, then nobody for millions of years can break. There is a app called Doxy. It gives you 1 billion options of your passwords. But even if 1 billion passwords come in Doxy, still you can't break if you have this kind of a thing. Trouble is, I create and I forget, and I am not able to open my own website and all that. So you have to create it, keep it, and keep it secret. In offices, what happens? All the bosses give their passwords to their staff for doing their work, and the computers get compromised. So what do? You have an alternate system where another place you have all the company. That is against freezing. But the password is the easiest way to crack into anybody's system. Online banking, you have to be careful about all that if you have money. My point is online banking, if you can have 2 mobiles, even my milkman, Tarkari, vegetable woman, my house servant, all of them are 2 phones. I don't know what. I have only 1 phone. But if you have 1 phone for doing all your banking things and the other phone for all other things, then you can't expose your bank account and the OTP and other things easily to others. Or have minimum in one say 5,000 to 10,000 in one phone bank account, and the other one, whatever investments and others do, don't get that exposed. So be safe. Again, the same message: pass, think, and act. This is my book I have written. It is going to come after 40-50 days. This is about how the Mumbai mafia was annihilated. So this is, if you could only buy and read, it will be nice. It is about Roti Bank. Next 2 minutes only I am speaking. If you want any questions, be ready to ask. I am free. I will answer until the cows go home. Roti Bank is an initiative. We wanted to pick up meals which is going waste. COVID came and all the meals and gathering stock. and now they have resumed, but we have changed the track. We don't pick up any leftover food anymore. We produce only freshly made meal and give. Our meals will have rice, roti, dal, sabji, banana, and water. How much we have given until yesterday is 20,050,000. That is 2 crores 50,000. 15,000 meals in Mumbai, 10,000 to school children, 5,000 to others, 8,000 meals in Nagpur. But we have branches in other places like Cuttack, Chennai. Each place, a Director General of Police of that state is heading the branch. So this is an initiative by me, an individual can do this much, and I'm sure all of you can collectively do better. I must acknowledge that every year you do contribute more than 5 lakhs of rupees to me, and sometimes some of you have gone to the site and distributed food and enjoyed the pleasure of giving food to the poor people. Do more often. Go there. I don't want money, but I would be happy to have participation from you. So these are all the beneficiaries. The idea is to build Tandurust Bharat by giving the children meals which are loaded with vitamins, poha, upma, kheer, shira, and various other things we give them, and then they grow better. We did an experiment where within 3 months, a child grew 3.5 kilos more. We gave one egg and Horlicks for 3 months to that small slum boy, malnutrition he was suffering from, but he changed. So this is the place where we did that. So Gopal Kair's name and all that. Thank you very much. This is my email ID, dsiva100@gmail.com. Now, if you want to remark, comment, ask questions, you are most welcome. Otherwise, you can break.
That was really insightful into the world of cyber and cyber crimes. There is one way we can, not get into the trap of cyber crime is by not becoming rich. पैसा ही नहीं है, तो what is the fear? Correct? So money is made. So that's one way you could avoid.
How many of you will opt for that? Raise your hand. How many of you will become poor only to avoid a cyber crime? Anybody? No. Everyone wants to become a Warren Buffett. Yes.
So I think the main objective of Dr.'s presentation was for all of us to understand that each one of you is responsible for whatever you do in the business out here. Each one of you is responsible. One irresponsible act by you can have impact on the business, and that's very important. When you talk about pause, think, and act, that's very important. We get so used to our day-to-day affairs that when it comes, immediately open it, not thinking about what is this mail all about. Should I open? Shouldn't I open? It just takes a second for us to first say, okay, let me think what is this, pause for a minute, and then act, right? But we don't do that. And that one irresponsible act can create huge amount of problems. As long as there is nothing happening, it's great. But a cyber attack, if it does happen, it's havoc. It's unprecedented, just like your fire, right? Everybody does fire drills. Very few people do cyber drills. So if an attack happens, what to do is something that businesses have to do. You will have to kind of find ways to ensure that, like fire drills, you also do cyber drills. So, one of the things that I want to ask you, Doctor, before you can start the questions with Doctor, is that we have such a lot of crimes. You have shown so many of them, right? And it's a very, very significant number of cases lying with the police, right? And if we as citizens don't get redressal to those cases, then where do we citizens go? There is hardly any crime that is detected which is resolved by the city. Throw some light on that.
The police I mentioned repeatedly, I'm also police, so I'm not running them down. I was the first one to start the cybercrime unit. Unfortunately, today they are all talking about, the other day you saw there in front of this, the CM was inaugurating some 2,000 crore project in Navi Mumbai with cyber crime, this, that, glass structure, all those people. The basic problem is the cyber qualified technical people who are 20-25-year-old people, the wizards. They don't want to join the police as a havildar, constable, sub-inspector, wait for some small salary and things like that. So what we are lacking is the human intelligence which is required to crack these cases, and they are short. Second is they don't have this software and hardware. You buy some computer, the damn accountant general will ask how many 100 years you have used it, why did you throw it away, how did it become old, where is the cover, where is the leaf, where is this, where is that. So we cannot dispose, we cannot buy. Buying a quantum computer though, dur ki baat hai. So with all this, then the next is the software, where software every minute is changing. Every minute it is changing. So if you go to an airport and in the carpet they put wire, when you walk as a terrorist or as somebody carrying a bomb, the way you walk, it gives you the reverberations to the control room. They can find out. When you are talking in front of a check-in counter, the voice modulation informs that person, analysis is happening, that your trepidation is there, and then you got a problem, you are either something or the other. So these kind of software, when I was there, I used to be very eagerly looking forward. If it was costing $1,000, $2,000 for an example, today it is all available free of cost. A 10-year-old child in the backyard can produce a rocket which can go up 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, because the technology is given. Earlier it was all secret and people had to go and do this and that and all that. So everything is open. But then in the police, the main problem is even assuming that you are giving a best computer or the best software, the people who are coming there are not willing to learn and stay. The minute a sub-inspector or other person gets qualification, he leaves the job, goes to start a private company. So many people who have worked with me have gone and they started their own cyber technology company, cyber crime company. They make more money there. Why work in the police stations? So that is the problem. So the only solution, the answer for your thing is a private-public partnership, where the public is participating and they are contributing towards cutting all the red tape, cutting all the accountant general's issues. They can contribute and definitely, and they are willing to do. For example, when I was the Joint CP and Mr. Mendoza was the Commissioner of Police, we gave a call to all these people in the BKC area, and 8 crores was spent, and a beautiful police station has come. There the BKC Cyber Police Station, Cyber DCP is sitting there. And where from it came? It didn't come from the government, it came from the corporate houses which are all working there. They are for your protection, they are available next to you in BKC. So please contribute. It happened. So like that, I told you about Thana Police School, 70,000 square feet, public contribution, under MOU somebody is running it, they produce only first class and distinction, no second class, no failure. So these are success models, we can do that. Ultimately, the answer to your question is, where from the human brain, where the intelligence will come? Can you pay him a pittance of the salary which I used to get as the director of the police and recruit him? A constable or a sub-inspector who is adept in cyber technology can get the price of the salary of a director general of police today. That is the level of value for human intelligence. I slog as a donkey, but that guy, a constable or a sub-inspector, can claim double the salary because he is much more intelligent in the state-of-the-art technology. That is the answer. How we can help, the people can listen.
I think also, just to add to that, the site, if you go to any police station, do a cyber crime file, the same policeman who does a physical crime is also asked to take this crime. And he has no knowledge of the same invisible crime. And he just takes whatever you say, and so nothing gets investigated.
The main problem is in the IPS, 60% of the IPS officers are BTech, MTech engineers at IIT IIM. There is one officer whose name is very well known to you. He is IIT Kanpur Computer Science. He made it to IPS. When we made him look after the police computer, he said, I didn't join the IPS to look into your computer. I want to be DCP zone. He wants the Lalbati and the star and the flag and go there and do danda and all that. That is much more powerful for him rather than to work for the computer and improve the capability of the police. So somehow people attach value to those Lalbati which is moving in the road, blowing that siren, jumping all the screen, jumping all the signals. That is considered very powerful. This is the plight. So anybody who has got the capability doesn't want to do that job, and anybody who doesn't have the capability is asked to do this also, that also. So what the constable does, or officer does is, he says, "Ye hamara jurisdiction mein nahi hai, wo baaju wala ke wahan ja." So you go there and they say, no, ye hamara nahi hai, go to BKC Cyber Crime Police Station. So you are made to go from pillar to post, you get fed up and you don't go there at all. So what is the shortcut is to what I showed you. Sit there at home or in the office, tuck, you file a case and then follow it up. The acknowledgement comes. Instantly you get an acknowledgement. With that you can follow. That is the only way. What can we do?
Just on the, before you be ready for the questions, one quick question, sir. What is the difference between a cybercrime investigation to normal physical crime?
Here, in physical case, let us say a murder. For example, that Shraddha Palkar was cut into 35 pieces, put in the freezer, and her body was disposed by her boyfriend. That's a Bombay-based case, and it happened in Noida. So, वहाँ पे जाके you find blood, you find various other evidence and things like that. That is, the physical is full of evidence, as I told you, during our zamana, where a crime happened, the criminal leaves so much of evidence behind. His presence is felt. Do you know, I am standing here, when I leave, my still head, the body card, your emission aata hai, that still head can be clicked with a scientific camera and you can say that this is Sivanandhan still head. This is an old technology I am talking. The latest is much more. For example, I am shouting so much, the vibration of the glass can be studied from the next building, and what is it I am talking about can be deciphered. So if you go and speak in any room and anybody can bug or anybody can record that apart, even various other ways also are possible. It is not working. Hello? I think this cell battery is on. So if that is the kind of a thing, then what did you ask? I forgot.
In cybercrime.
In the cybercrime, like for example, I told you in the Bank of Bangladesh, the alleged North Korean hackers were there for 2.5 years without any trace. So now, if you go to a Mumbai police station sub-inspector, he has to get into your computer system and he has to go and see so many things, traces. It is just not possible for him to get into that. But then cybercrime can be detected only by those people who are technically qualified, educated to do such a kind of a job. So, the simple thing is, okay, buy Norton, buy some firewall, you protect it, don't allow it to happen, prevent it, don't allow crime so that I don't have to detect and do that. That is the only thing. So even your E&Y or PwC or Deloitte, they are not able to do any. All of you, please listen to me if you are not tired. When you go and report that I have been hacked and my money has been taken, the police 100% is only stopping the money trail from your bank to the other bank to the other bank. If it is moving, they stop it and through a court process you can take. Who has done it? They are not capable of finding. That is why you say 2 people out of 2,000 cases have been convicted or whatever it is. They are not able to go and find out. I am giving you the example of the American FBI not being able to detect a 1 billion fraud, $1 billion worth of fraud. They have not been able to detect it. Pentagon, if you hack, what they do? They don't prosecute. They give you a reward if you tell them how did you hack. Because they have spent billions. With all that, the chat about this war, one journalist was recruited, it was leaked. Where I said what? I said computers can't be hacked, but human beings are hacked. This is where that happened. The Trump administration, they came, there is a bloody shame that a war plan, how they are going to do a war on a particular country, that was leaked to the whole world. But not by hacking, because for hacking a computer you take years and years, but hacking a man, okay, I'll give you an example. I told you I had a cyber crime company. So a bank called Maastricht Bank or something, they have the headquarters in UAE. They asked us to find out with their permission, paying money, how their branch in Pune can be hacked. Okay, that is a task, BAPT or BPAT, something like that. So we went with a questionnaire, my boys, and gave it to one of those employees, saying that if you fill up, we'll give you an iPhone if you win this prize. Okay? The fellow said very readily yes. We told them, okay, insert it into your computer and answer. He did, and we opened that and we opened the headquarters also. And they said, oh my God, what a thing. No, we didn't hack the computer, we hacked the man. And what is this? I gave you four baskets of reasons for crime. Greed, lust, anger and fear. This comes under greed. 1 year ago, the same bank paid and again asked us take the money and do again, try again. We have improved in the meanwhile. Educated, Sivanandhan came and gave a lecture and all that. The next year, we gave it to the manager as a DP and said, if you do this, you will get a family ticket to Maldives for a holiday. Very happily, he inserted the CD in the system. We opened that branch as well as the headquarters. So I'm giving you actual. This is what happened in my company. Okay, if that is what. So what is the weakest link in the system is the human beings. And you are available for any small. For example, when the ambassadors go to that G20 and G40, G7 and all, outside people, they go there and give them some keychain, USB, something, and that is infected. They put it in their computer and their systems are hacked. This is happening to ambassadors. Actual event. In our places, anywhere, anybody related, computer related thing, when they give it to you free, you know it is hacked. But we are fond of taking everything which is. Go to any exhibition, go to anywhere, any pen drive or anything when they give free, we happily, not one we will bring, 5 others of the that is infected, for heaven's sake. When something is coming free, there is no lunch which is free. Today also I had lunch, I am giving you labor, right? So no lunch is free. So that way, don't take anything free because it is infected. I told you, go abroad and then take all the Wi-Fi and various other things. That all comes with the infection. So that is the problem.
Thank you, sir. Now I open it to the...
Anybody, would you like to ask any questions?
Please.
You can take one of these things. Challenging crime, right? Every crime which is detected is a non-challenging crime. Frankly speaking, my zamana is not the cybercrime zamana. So actually speaking, I have not investigated or headed any cybercrime investigation at all. Second is, all the challenging cyber crimes are not taken to the police station, they are taken to the private, big four, EY, Arpinder's is heading EY. They go to there, they charge money and they help them in breaking the case and detecting. There are a lot of private players today they have come. For example, Mr. KK is also running a company which is helping in cyber crime. So they go there, that right. Where they get stuck up is where the police authority have to ask a question. They can't do that. They come to the police and use that much and then, for example, if 98204 1234 belongs to whom? They officially cannot get it, but the police can get it. So that much lena rehta hai. But in the cyber crimes, as I told you, not very big successes have happened in the police cases. If you see a movie called Jamtara, they show you in detail, particularly series number 2, Jamtara, is very, very interesting. Recently, the police in certain cities have gone to arrest some gang of people in Nu NUH in Rajasthan and in Jamtara and in other places. There are cyber mules who have been taken away from India. They worked in Myanmar and Cambodia and other places. Those crimes are also very, very difficult to detect. And I told you, whatever in the international arena, what is happening, we don't have a treaty where cyber criminals are exchanged. For example, this Tahaur Rana has been brought after so many years, 16 years, 17 years. He has been brought from USA, where he has confessed that he was sitting comfortably. In fact, they allowed him to go home. He was not serving any sentence there. They are all over. But now we have brought him after so many years, he is in the jail. Whereas for computer crimes, there is no protocol at all. So there is no protocol at all. So any international, intercontinental ramifications in the computer crime, you reach a dead wall. These are all the cyber crime problems. So any small thing can become a big thing if you are seeing those obstructions. There is no easy way where a cyber crime can be detected. The other problem for you, in front of Mr. KK who is running a company, I can say you, the police are not very up to date. The prosecutors are zero, they don't know anything about it. Even if I have investigated and he can't argue from Adams as to what is this. And the judge who is sitting there is much more zero. He doesn't know a thing. So these cases don't come for trial and neither they end in conviction nor they end in acquittal. That is the problem. They are all there in files, they are sitting in the courts. Charge sheet hota hai, but they don't want to listen. So a lot of training programs are going on to prosecutors, to judges, to policemen and all that. But to come to a level will take many years. That is why I am running this session to say, don't run into a crime, prevent it by being wise. Next one. Security. In spite of that, you are doing it. And when you go abroad or anywhere, wherever there is a place where you can eat or you buy a coffee or anywhere, usually we use that as a free Wi-Fi to check your WhatsApp or email and things like that. They are all very unsafe. They are very unsafe. There is a CEO who used a juice jacking thing. He went to an airport, he charged it, his phone was infected with that, and then his computer in the office was also hacked. This happened to a Hyderabad case. This is Hyderabad, no? This is Hyderabad. This happened to a Hyderabad CEO. So it is very unsafe. You carry your own. Earlier we had something called dongle or something like that. Dongle, जो भी है, हम लेके जाते थे. आजकल we are looking for three. For example, even when this attack in 2008, whatever bombs, the serial bombs, the fellows came from Pune. They stopped in a building below Mumbai. They used the open Wi-Fi and sent emails to police and all the Patrakar. 16 emails saying that in the next 5 minutes we are going to blow serial bombs. It happened. What happened? They used the Wi-Fi. For example, in this building, if you park your car and open it, if your Wi-Fi thing comes, if they can only have access to that, use that and send to the control room and to the press. They informed all of them, in the next 5 minutes we are going to set off series of bombs. It actually happened. There was a foreigner with that. You can Google check and find out some K or K, I think K-E-I-T-H, some such name. It happened. So using this free Wi-Fi, open Wi-Fi is not done. If you are doing it at the risk of getting infected. Next. Yuval Harari, the man who wrote the book called Nexus. He came to NCPA after that 2 months he went to Vipassana. So he is not speaking now because he is doing Vipassana. I request all of you to read that book called Nexus. Second half, the first half is the same. Homo sapiens ka jo likha hai wahi hai. Second half he says what Warren Buffett said. That he said in the first few slides I showed, nuclear weapon is better than the cyber warfare bola tha. Same thing he says, AI and AGI is the most degenerative, most destructive, most dangerous weapon we have generated. Why? This generative intelligence gives its own command to that any humanoid or anything like that, it has its own brain. Now all these apps do only what we have told. But whereas if there is an app who can say, you find your own solution, it will find a solution. And for other things, if there is an obstruction, it will find other solution. So they are as good as human beings. They don't ask you to command, they give a command and give a reply. So with this AI and AGI, it's going to be very, very dangerous game. Alfred Nobel, having invented the explosive, he created a Nobel Peace Prize and died. But then people are blowing up each other everywhere. है ना? जिसके लिए वो बनाया था वो छोड़ के we are blowing up each other. Same way, these things can become a very dangerous tool in the hands of people. So please read Nexus book. You can download it also. And the second half is talking about AI and how dangerous it is. You can say he's a doomsday man and all that kind of thing. But if there is any worthwhile warning, we should pay heed to that also. Next question is, can we stop science and technology from developing? Answer is no. It is like trying to stop the sun from rising every day. People are inventing things. In the last 5,000 years, in the last 5 years, we are going at a breakneck speed. Like today, you saw some patent, AI-related patent in India alone. Is some 75,000 patents people have applied to be registered and approved. 75,000 patents in the last 1 year. So science and technology is developing, nobody can stop. If it is destructive, so be it. You ask for it, you are going to get it. Like that small, that pumped up drone. You have invented it, you have kept it. When, who will use when, we don't know. In America, without gun control, there are people who have got 22 guns sitting on top of a building in a hotel. That man calibrated it with telescope and went on shooting people. This is a real case I am talking about. But after that, have they stopped gun control? Have they done anything to gun? Anybody can go and buy any gun. You can buy itna bada lamba gun and put a telescope, you can shoot anybody with any amount of distance. In America, it is allowed. There is no license needed. You can buy any weapon from any store just off the shelves. Tell me. Do you need anybody else to come and kill you? School children are taking the weapons from the house and shooting the teacher or the fellow students. Next question. Which is not known about your bank details or your credit cards. So, as many safeguards as you know you do. Today, in the internet world, there is nothing called secrecy or privacy or anything like that. If somebody, like I told you, the billion people's Aadhaar card is hacked, when they will use whose identity, my ID, when they will use, we don't know. In any building when I go, the chowkidar there is asking me to give his my Aadhaar card as a, I give him, he takes a copy and gives me. Any hotel I go, they take Aadhaar copy. Now tell me, what is secret about my Aadhaar thing? So like that, what you can do is what all I have told you, basic steps of precaution of not throwing away all your secrets in the wind. That's about it. Otherwise, if I know a smallest thing about you in the social media, I can go and build a whole history book about you. Your mobile number, your bank number, your fingerprint, your iris, your address, your girlfriend, which clubs go, what drink you drink, everything is known. There are companies, I don't know Mr. KK whether you are doing this, they will do all these things as an employee verification.
Correct.
Before you get into any of the high net worth jobs, the companies ask and people build up a whole file and give it to them, saying that this is the guy who is doing all these things. So there is nothing called secret. If you all think that you are all very secret, nothing called secret. You see a movie called Enemy of the State. 25 years before Will Smith had acted, they stitch the tracking device, small tracking things all over his body, jacket, shoe, tie, underwear, everywhere. He goes on removing, but through satellite movement, they go on tracking him. He comes to near naked, but still they are tracking him. But this movie is made 25 years before. If the same movie with the same thing is made in 2025, it will be mind-boggling. We are offering all our information voluntarily to people. There is nothing about anything. I am afraid one day, any income tax or any ED or anybody, when they want to freeze all your assets, credit cards, your bank accounts, all that, if any particular, for example, Mehul Chokshi, उसको जरा बंद करना है, by mistake, by some typing error, if mine is stopped, I will take 20 years to prove that, oh, our man are two different people, please leave my assets free. Because I will have neither bank accounts, neither I will have credit card, nor I will have my assets, my property, my removable, movable, nothing I can sell. Imagine, you can make a movie out of that. Kangal is the correct word to describe the kind of position. He'll be hounded by all the agencies because this has been triggered. Imaginary, I'm giving you an imaginary situation, but that is not very far. That is not very far. Next question. It is frightening actually. It is frightening, but then it is true also.
I like the movie title, Ganga.
You please do, I will come back. Next, yes sir. And you inform, and within that, with alacrity, if the police goes there, they can get live evidence. For example, one example, if a murder has taken place and the criminal has seen going, and within that golden hour means what? First 60 minutes. If the police can come, they can alert the control room, they can alert all the CCTV camera, alert the toll naka, and alert the others, analyze the man and get his body photographs and things like that, and we can apprehend him. Once you apprehend him, getting the weapon, getting the body, how he disposed, where he has left, all the other things will follow. In your case, you are in the ATM industry, and if anybody has come and looted the ATM, golden hour is as quickly as possible, you inform the police. For example, a real case I will tell you. In Pune, one of those companies, the guy had a girlfriend in Hubli. And in Pune, he ran away with the vehicle with 4 crores of rupees. And the poor fellow never stopped. He switched off his mobile. Only way we can track is a mobile. Otherwise, the tracking system comes in various places. There is a tracker. You can attach to your body or your suitcase or anywhere. It will track you. But none of your boxes where you are having the money is having any tracker. You are not able to fix it. So he drove the vehicle after switching off, and I was involved in this case. I informed the Pune Police Commissioner, the same Madam Shri, who is DGP, was the commissioner there. Immediately she alerted, and we looked for the number. Lo and behold, in Hubli, he switched on the mobile, he was tracked, and the Hubli police was told, and he was arrested. How much money out of 4 crores he had spent? Zero. He never stopped anywhere to take away little money and spend on himself. Entire money to the last rupee was recovered. This is golden hour. It worked. But he had gone to meet his girlfriend, some girlfriend. Lucky girl, if he had only had that 4 crore booty. If it was there with her, he could have spent some money. But unfortunately, he didn't even have a cup of chai with 4 crores of rupees in his hand. And then golden hour thing worked. So golden hour is the same like a heart attack. The minute you have a heart attack, instead of saying acidity and taking all nonsense, go to the hospital, golden hour, you can be revived. CPR, they can give you revival if it is only done within the golden hour. In the golden hour, from Pune or from Agra, you can bring a live heart in a box by flying and by traffic, zip through the traffic and put it in your heart, and it can work. These are all the golden hour examples. In your case, this is the example I gave you where actually we dealt with the case. As quickly, basically the idea is as quickly as possible, you inform the police, and the police I use the word alacrity. What is the meaning? You find out in the dictionary. If they work with alacrity, definitely we can do that. Shraddha Walker case. The girl had vanished. The parents have abandoned her. They disowned her. So only after 6 months or 1 year, her friends were missing, and then they alerted. Some kind of investigation took place. Anyway, they didn't belong to Noida. They belong to Nalasopara. And then they investigate. What happened after 6 months? All the body parts, 35 places he has thrown, and everything was destroyed. What golden hour and what evidence? So that is the golden hour difference. 1 year later, for example, your Indrani Mukherjee. I hope all of you are following that case. The girl, Sheena Bora case. 3 years later, the driver had said, was thrown in Raigad, some jungle. They went and collected some bones. Whose bones, we don't know. Only when the trial is over, you will know. You got it now, golden hour? Golden hour is nothing but quick reporting and quick action. You can report quickly, but I wonder how many police people are warmed up to immediately slip into action. So that is where you need help from somebody who is in that well placed or whatever it is, phone calls, the connections, then the alacrity comes in there. Next question.
Hello sir, my name is Vishnu. And my question is, in your experience, what are the most critical cyber threats organizations face today?
War, surveillance, intelligence, company, espionage, cyber murder, cyber bombing, all those things are very critical. I showed you what happened in Spain and Portugal. So that is critical. Mumbai, if the October 2020, China people just showed a Zalak. They said a trailer had picture they switched it off for 1 hour. Imagine you climbing 23 floors with a broken heart. Broken heart means weak heart. Broken heart to love hai. But if you have a weak heart, how will you climb? And if there is started with that is some fire incident in the flat above, you have to carry your old father or mother to the rescue floor, which is 7 floors above or below. What are you going to do? These are all the critical things. Please believe me that the entire world is depending upon internet now. In your own house today evening, you go and tell a child, I am taking away your mobile for 1 hour. I told you in Thane, one boy, 10-year-old boy committed suicide because the mother and father were trying to discipline. You give this rationing in the house. See what happens in your house. So internet is so very indispensable. So is electricity. So is transport. If metro, all those things don't work like in Spain and Portugal, what will happen to you? So that is the biggest problem today. Our interdependence or not interdependence, complete dependence. We have become slaves. I know a friend of mine who is a Padma Shri awardee, doctor, in any gathering sitting in the front row, he is going on looking at his mobile all the time answering. This is a sickness actually. You cannot stay away from your mobile. You have to open the WhatsApp and go on reading what is coming, what is going. You have to give a reply. And you have come to listen to a lecture by a Nobel laureate. And you sitting in the front row is opening your mobile and going on answering all that. In any gathering, why do people come and say, please switch on your mobile? The meaning is switch off your mobile. Why do you say? Because you have complete control on everything, but you have no control on your mobile. It goes on ringing. And people open up and speak loudly, disturbing the entire proceedings. Correct, no? So these are the issues which you asked. I have answered as much as possible.
Thank you, Doctor. I'm sure there are many more questions, and happy to see a lot of questions coming. We'll find a way for you to put through those questions. I think we've taken a lot of time for Doctor, and I think it's been truly insightful on ways cyber is developing, and it's going to go, like he said, significantly higher. And we have to be careful. We have to have the 3 words that you mentioned. Okay, think, pause, think, act. Very important for us to ensure that request Dikshita to.
Dikshita, come on, please come up. Thank you very much for giving me so much time. My time is not very important. But all of you, what I appreciate is you finding time and taking away all these people, A to Z, everybody is being taken off from their desk. Your collective time is much more valuable than what I can produce in the next 10 or 15 years. So thank you so much, but I'll come here for awareness. The other one is women's safety. In workplaces, outside school, colleges, everywhere. That is other subject. You think about it, be aware about it. The cyber safety is another one. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you so much, sir. It was indeed a very insightful session. I am very sure that we have been educated on a number of cyber frauds that we were unaware of. So on behalf of everyone present here, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Sivanandhan sir for gracing us with his presence and sharing his invaluable insights. May I now request Vidya ma'am and Sanjay sir to come forward and present a memento to Shri Sivanandana as a token of our heartfelt gratitude and appreciation.
I know what is the content, but I asked Mr. Mani, it's a ransom. It's actually extortion. I told him, "Mujhe aapko dena hi hoga." So he gave. The subject is competing in the age of AI. You asked the question now, how AI and AGI is going to disrupt our life. This is that. How are you going to compete in the age of AI? This book, please read. I have not read, but I will.
Prem, Agnello.
This is for you. Okay, this is for him.
I request all the employees who have asked questions to please come forward. Mandar, Krupa, Prem, Agnello.
Picture also. Come. One by one. Click. Looks like you are giving me. Thank you. All the best. Come, madam. Come.
Hardik, Vishnu, please come forward. If I'm missing out any name, please step forward.
You can change. Harvard Business School.
Mandar, please step forward.
This is very thoughtful of you, sir. I appreciate it. No man's land. Come. Anybody else who asked the question? Please. Thank you, sir. You did a wonderful job. This is a very important view. You can select which book you like. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Fantastic watch. Maybe go the book. He is such a brilliant boy. It's worth reading. There is one more book on reservation.
Maybe that's one.
No, one more book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Come, take one picture. Come, one picture and give it to me.
One more book.
That last one.
So we can share.
This is not last one. Digital book is best book. Digital. You must go. Thank you.
Nansa, please step on
Your
forward.
favorite book again?
Lovely. Good work to you.
Sir always talks about you. I'm very happy.
No, I think I would like to get Guru Shivan. Okay. But I'd like to give it to your guest who came.
Yeah, come. The optometrist. Come.
Do you have books? Yes.
Give her the AI.
No, for her. This is.
This is for you. Okay. Here you are. Thank you. All the best. Come.
Yes.
If possible, read this. It might help you. She is an optometrist next door. Anyone wants an eye check, go and get it done. 1 minute. Take one.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's indeed a pleasure to basically have Mr. D Sivanandhan. There's very few people I admire. And I first met him in a Rotary function where he was very serious and I was very serious. Our friendship grew from there. A couple of friends were here chatting or talking before. And very few people are very friend. It's very difficult to find people who could speak from their heart. When you reach something, you should normally tend to become slower down. You measure the words. I see a different personality in him. He is always open. He has an opinion about anything, and a friend from the heart. So, I was not like this when I just got married. We were playing when I got married to my wife. This and this and this were never aligned. This was different, this was different, and this was different. Then after a long time, I think my wife also come to the same place as well. They are very similar. This and it's all aligned. And it's very difficult to find people like that. So thanks for being this and this and this together. All personalities are very difficult to find and they are very strong personalities. And you should always try to be there. Then you will respect yourself. So thanks a lot to everybody who came in, and it's indeed a pleasure to be with you, sir. Let's break for chai. I think that's time to go. Thanks once again, all of you.